Chasing Vapor is a story about things in life we get so hung up on that don't actually matter. Things that aren't substance, they're vapor. I wanted to tell a story about being handed a certain narrative or a script. Most of us get one of those when we're quite young, whether we realize it or not. And it tells us who we should be, what we should desire, what would make us happy, what would make us whole. It tells us what success should look like and the ways that we should model our life experiences. And so often trying to navigate the world through that script that we've been handed ends up breeding comparison and insecurity and isolation because it doesn't actually line up with the truth of who we are inside. And often I think when we do catch up with the things that we're chasing and they are attained, we end up feeling empty. So we capture whatever that is, we get our hands around it, we catch up to the thing we're running after so fiercely, and then you realize it's vapor, it just dissipates and it's gone. So we have to then set our sights on the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, more, better, faster, work harder, accomplish more, be more. It just never ends. So in the second verse, the lyric says, "Running after things that chose me, they scream a chorus, mend my life." And that lyric was to point to the ways that so often other people's expectations or the world's expectations, our culture, our family of origin maybe, our friends, their expectations, we put them on like our own. And so we're just running then to keep up with all of that, but we get nowhere in the process, like running on a treadmill. You know, you do all this work and you just don't move forward. Or you get caught again in that trap of comparison. And so that line, "They scream a chorus, mend my life," is a nod to Mary Oliver, who is an American poet that we love and are very inspired by. If you haven't read her stuff, you should pause this immediately and go look up her work. But she has a poem called "The Journey," and that line is in that poem. If you go and look that up and read it, you'll see it. And what I heard in that was all the voices calling out to mend her life, all those things, desires, people, situations pulling on her, or the character in the poem, in a way that isn't good for them. And in fact, it ends up pulling them further away from their truth, from who they actually are and their own authentic life. I think that happens to us sometimes, most of the time, without us even realizing. And then towards the very end of the song, I think it's the last couple of lines in the last verse, we're to the place in the story where everything's burned away, there's nothing left, it's all become ash, all that false security that's been built up around us is gone. And the line comes up, "You are still standing on the shoreline, we have the same blood on our hands." And that was to point to the fact that we are all caught in this trap from time to time, but also that we're all connected. Even in our struggles. Maybe actually most importantly in our struggles is the place where we find connection, because we're all the same and we're all going through challenges and trying to figure out who we are and get to, hopefully we're all trying to work towards our most authentic selves. And maybe that's the antidote to chasing vapor, is just trying to strip away that stuff and to be authentic and to be present, and being open to maybe what might be beautiful and what might be meaningful in any given moment of our lives, just exactly where we are, without anything being any different. Even the hard moments, but maybe finding the beauty in those as well.
Chasing Vapor is now available on all major streaming outlets like Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Google Play, There's literally so many streaming services, I can't keep track of which ones there are. But our music is up there. We hope that you'll check it out. We're super proud of what we made. We can't wait for y'all to hear it. We've got a lot of new music that we're getting ready to put out. We're really excited to share that with everybody. So we hope that you'll head over to our website, cedarstheband.com. You can sign up for our newsletter where we send out updates. You can find links to all of our social media. We've got merch up there. You can see when our tour dates are, and it's a good source of information if you want to keep up with us.
Yeah, and we love to hear from you. So follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, all of those social media ways, and drop us a line, say hello. We would love to hear from you too.